Well, another development in the page of Sony bringing more games to PC, the storybook, I guess you could say, has developed, and Sony buying game studio in Nixxes that is known for their PC ports. Sorry if I butcher the pronunciation of the new studio itself, but Herman Hulst tweeted out, excited to announce that the talented Dutch studio Nixxes Software will be joining PlayStation Studios. It's a real pleasure to welcome a team with such deep technical expertise and vast experience to the PlayStation family. Huge congrats to everyone at Nixxes Software. Now, I believe that these are the guys that did the Deus Ex ports for both the Human Revolution and Mankind Divided and a couple of other games, and it looks like this is going to be linking in with their venture into porting PC games, because remember, Horizon Zero Dawn was not the best PC port in the world, and Days Gone was done directly by Sony Bend Studios, so if you can facilitate the creation or the acquisition of a studio that could really prioritize and optimizing these games on PC, that's going to pay dividends in the future, and this is definitely going to be a acquisition that's going to be very important for them, because their business model and how they are bringing these exclusives to PC and just releasing these exclusives in general, I think is going to change quite a bit, because if you look at what Sony's doing, and you can be upset about it, you can think whatever you want, it seems like they are trying to get the most mileage out of every game that they release and try to resell it as many times as possible. Square Enix is kind of doing the same thing with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, if you really pay attention to that, but kind of a different way, because they're trying to get money from Sony, and successfully, mind you, by releasing that game as a timed exclusive on PlayStation 4, then re-releasing it as a timed exclusive on PlayStation 5. Now it looks like they're re-releasing it on the Epic Game Store as possibly a timed exclusive, most likely, and then they will ultimately sell the game on Steam as well, and probably Xbox. You see how they're trying to get so much mileage out of these big games that they release. The Sony business model is a little bit different, where they'll release a Spider-Man, then they'll release Spider-Man Miles Morales, and they'll release Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, which includes the original game. Shift on over to Ghost of Tsushima, news comes out, they're doing Ghost of Tsushima, now they're doing this director's cut that includes a new expansion. You can buy the expansion separately as an upgrade. Again, they're trying to get the most money and the most mileage possible out of these games, and that'll parlay directly into a PC release. Horizon was kind of similar. Horizon Zero Dawn came out, then we got Horizon Zero Dawn The Frozen Wilds, then we got the Complete Edition, which included Horizon Zero Dawn and The Frozen Wilds, and then we got Horizon Zero Dawn, the Complete Edition on PC, which was released, mind you, at a full $50 price point, whereas the game at that point on consoles was going for like 20 to 30 bucks, but people on PC wanted that version because it would run at a higher frame rate, although again, the initial experience wasn't ideal. I just beat the PC version, absolutely loved it, but you're talking that's 8 months after release that I beat it, and ideally you would want that experience right out the gate. But the fact that they are acquiring Nixxes Studio, I think that is just foretelling that more of these PlayStation games are going to be coming to PC, and it makes all the sense in the world. Look, if they want to generate the most amount of revenue possible, release these games a year, 2 years down the line, because at that point, people that wanted to play those games that are so invested into the PlayStation ecosystem, they would have already bought those games and they would have bought those consoles. I really don't think you are pushing that many people away from buying a PlayStation 5 by releasing, a Horizon Zero Dawn 3 years after release, releasing a Days Gone 2 years after release. The audience that is invested into that ecosystem, they're gonna get a console, and mind you, the majority of people buying these consoles anyway, yes, for a healthy portion of those people, they want to play all the exclusives. Remember, a gigantic portion of those people are just buying these consoles to play NBA 2K21, Call of Duty, Madden 22, whatever the case may be with those games. If you really assess who's playing what, those are the most popular games on consoles, and those are always going to be the most popular games on console. The Horizons and the Ghost of Tsushima just extended, so there is that portion of consumers that are also going to buy those $60 single-player releases, but those consumers are also on PC. Why not release it after you milk them for what they're worth on the consoles? At that point, they're budget titles on the console. Re-release it on PC. Boom, it's $50, $60, whatever, and people paying $50 for Days Gone, $50 for Horizon. And ultimately, I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to be coming to PC maybe by the end of the year, early next year, and I think they could price that at $50 or $60, and it's going to sell really, really well. Mind you, the PS5 version is $70, so I could easily see a $70 price tag with the expansion that they just announced. But it just makes a lot of sense from a financial standpoint. You can have your opinions on what you think about the pricing and everything like that, but they're trying to get the most mileage out of these games. Like a Days Gone didn't do incredibly well on the PlayStation 4. Well, now it's sold another healthy amount of units on PC, and that has extended its value to Sony as an IP. Is it enough to get a Days Gone 2? Probably not, because they have other IPs they want to focus on, and they would rather release a Horizon that's going to do better and then release Forbidden West down the line on PC as well and sell millions of copies. We know that Uncharted 4 is next. I think that's going to do pretty well. I don't think it's going to do Horizon level well because, you know, I'm thinking they're probably going to price it at $40 to $50, and if it's just Uncharted 4, that game does not have much replayability, and a single playthrough is, 8 to 10 hours long, and I just think a lot of people will be, you know, a little bit hesitant on spending $50 on it, $40. If it's like $50 and it includes the Nathan Drake collection, alright, then we're talking. I think a lot of people would buy it then, but just Uncharted 4 standalone, $50 is a tall asking price for that. But yeah, nice to see this coming to fruition. I mean, PC, I think for a lot of people, is going to be the place to play. If you are playing a wide variety of games, yeah, you get the Microsoft games, you get the Sony games, although well being after the fact. So if you're super into those Sony games, you're gonna buy a PlayStation 5 anyway. Like, those people that are just gonna be like, okay, now I don't have to buy a PlayStation 5 because I'll wait the 2 to 3 years. I'm sorry, that's not a large portion of people, but for Sony, now you get access to this new audience of people that are gonna pay for your games. So Sony's making out like a bandit. Square Enix, with what they're doing, they're making out like a bandit. It'd be nice to see a day one release on all platforms, excuse me, but in the best interest of the publishers and these companies, these multi-million and billion-dollar corporations that we love to support, yeah, that's not in their best interest because they want to piecemeal it. Sony still wants, don't get it twisted, they want people to buy a PlayStation 5, but look at the demand on the PlayStation 5. Demand's not going to go down if you release Horizon Forbidden West 2 years after the PlayStation 5 version releases. Demand's not going to go down for a PS5 just because God of War or Uncharted 4 comes out. It's just not going to happen. So again, in their standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. But let me know what you guys think. I definitely want to do a video soon about all the PlayStation games I'd like to see get a PC release. Gravity Rush 2 being one of my top ones, but I don't know if that's going to happen because that's more of a niche game. But a niche game, however you say it. But you know, to see what the PC release of Valkyria Chronicles did for that IP, Gravity Rush is a franchise that I want to see stick around for the long term, and I think a PC release could really revitalize that. But hey, that's probably wishful thinking on my part. That's going to wrap it up for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I am out. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.